Hi guys, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Mike.
This is the Disney for Couples podcast. It's your hub of information about traveling to Disney World and today, Disneyland.
Yep.
Without having to wade through family-focused information because Disney is no place for kids.
That's right. When Walt was sitting on that bench in front of the carousel at Griffith Park, he
Dreaming
thought,
up Disneyland.
if only I could leave my daughters here.
If only there was a place I could go by myself and just have a ball
and
alone.
have a cigarette and just kind of chill.
With a cocktail. Yep. Today we're talking about our least favorite rides and attractions at the 6 North American Disney parks.
Yep.
Because last week we talked about our favorite ones. So
Yeah,
today's
this is
much
the
more of
sequel
a
episode.
much more of a bummer today.
Right.
The things we don't like.
Well, and we might have some fun.
But we had a little, before we get into all that, we had a little Disney trip planning this morning because we're leaving for a trip really soon. It's like around the corner. And on the heels of that is like another trip at the end of the year that we've planned as much as we can at this point, but like we're traveling with friends. We've already been talking back and forth about like what restaurants should we book and what rides are going to be open. And we just booked another cruise, our second Disney cruise.
Yes.
We're going back to the Bahamas next year with my parents.
Yep. And then we've got another potential trip on the horizon.
Yeah, at the end of next year.
Yeah.
Yep. With other family members.
Busy Disney doers.
These are like, this is the most we'll ever travel with other people. Like
to the Disney parks.
In the 2 years. Yeah, in a span of 2 years because it's usually just us.
Right.
And we're excited about the cruise because this specific cruise we're going on is going to both Disney islands.
Yes.
So, because we've already been to Castaway Cay and we loved it, and this one is also going to Lookout Cay. Lookout Cay, I think. Lighthouse
or Lighthouse.
Lookout?
Yeah, we'll have to confirm that. But this is we're going to be on the Wish for this trip.
Yeah, which is in the fleet of ships we've already been on because we went on the Treasure. So we wanted the Treasure, but they didn't have. We are going on a shorty cruise because my parents have never been, so they don't know if like they're gonna like it. So we didn't want to be stuck at sea.
Right.
So we chose the Wish because it's like pretty. The layout and stuff is similar to the Treasure, so it'll be like somewhat familiar.
Yeah, it's
to us.
part of the same fleet.
Caitlin, our friend who we met on the Treasure, was telling me that the theming on the Wish is heavily like Cinderella.
It's got that.
I didn't know that.
In the when we were watching that video the other day when we were here planning it with your parents, there was a Cinderella statue in like the grand hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I missed the I was cooking.
You were prepping.
Yeah, I was preparing.
So what's So
today we did a little planning for the trip that's like days away that we have to start packing for.
You did some Lightning Lane stuff, right?
Yeah, so we don't always do Lightning. We don't do Lightning Lane on every trip, and even on the trips that we do it, we certainly don't do it like every park day. We really like pick and choose what we're going to do. Most of the time we end up doing it at Hollywood Studios because there are so many very popular thrill rides there and like just really popular rides that if like we don't do it, you're just online all the time.
Yeah.
But this year this trip, we decided to do it for Epcot because we were dying to get on Test Track. Because when we were there last time in December, the new Test Track was open.
Yeah, and we
just
never
couldn't get on it.
Got the chance to do it.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I always need a Lightning Lane for Guardians for Cosmic Rewind because it's the world's best ride.
We're gonna dedicate a podcast episode to you in the next several months.
Are we?
It's called the Intervention episode, and it's about not buying the Lightning Lane anymore for Guardians of the Galaxy because we've been on it so much.
Oh, for me? It's an intervention for me?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant for the audience.
No.
Oh, I need
the audience will
be here. But I have
a
few months to
Yes.
So maybe the next trip we have to get it.
Yeah. Intervention.
Because Patty and Ed are
It'll be the Intervention 2027.
Yeah, every time we go, Mike is like, we do not need to spend because the Lightning Lanes for that ride are like $20 each.
It's such a pain because the Lightning Lane single passes are very expensive. At a minimum, they're usually
it was
about
$19 today, and I think that was probably the cheapest you can get them.
Yep.
19
and
each.
I hate thinking to myself like, we just paid $40 for that Glenn Close pre-show that makes me want to die.
Yeah, I know, but we have gone a number of times and not gotten a lightning lane and just think we can do it like with a strategy,
Yeah.
and we never get on. Because the line is still long all the time, like
I
during
know.
the fireworks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the one time we were like, we really want to go before we leave, and we forget it. The lightning lanes are sold out like so far ahead of time now that there's no chance of getting one. We
Right.
waited for like 2 hours.
Yeah, that sucked.
And the only saving grace was that we met those
We met
people
some
in front of
buddies.
us and we were chatting. We like made friends online.
Right.
Yeah, I know. At some point I will have to stop paying.
It's
You know,
just
the bummer about the Epcot lightning lanes, like the multi-pass, just the regular lightning lane,
Yeah.
is that there's not that many rides to use it on. There's a lot of rides that you can choose to use it on, but like not all of them need it. Like you can use it for the Pixar Film Festival, which is
Yeah, we
crazy.
talked about that.
Yeah. So when I was trying to, so now the new lightning lane system, I don't think you even know this because you like almost never have to book us any of them. I usually am in charge of that. But like you buy
Well,
it
I
in.
still use FastPass.
Oh, mine is FastPass. But you buy it in advance and you have to pick one ride from the top tier and then 2 rides from the second tier. So the top tier rides at Epcot are, can you guess?
Guardian. No, that's single pass.
Right.
Duh. Okay, top tier. Soarin'.
Nope.
Okay. Top tier. Frozen.
Yep.
Remy.
Yeah.
Test Track.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you pick one from that tier, and then you can pick 2 from the next tier. I picked Soarin' and Spaceship Earth and Soarin' is the only one you need a lightning lane for.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Right.
Spaceship Earth, you don't. I mean,
Right.
every once in a while, the line's like longer than 15 minutes, and that's it. So on the day that we go, on our day in Epcot, when we're using the lightning lanes, if we scan in for our first ride, which is Spaceship Earth, and there are no more bookings for Remy's or Frozen that day,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, we can't get any more value out of the multi-pass. It's not, because there's
Yeah.
nothing left that would be
Yeah.
worth it to do.
That's kind of a stinker.
It's a bummer. It's too expensive for a low value thing like that.
Totally. Well,
I mean, it cost us like $60 today just to get the multi-pass.
well, like I said, Intervention 2027. We're coming for you.
Yeah.
What's going on with the sticker shop?
We had a really fun order today. So we have a sticker shop. If you guys don't know, it's magicalstickershop.com, but most of our inventory is on Magical Sticker Store on Etsy right now. That's like the place to shop, and we have a sale running and stuff. But so when you were still asleep this morning, I got a message from somebody, and they just had like a question about, I don't know, like about sizes of the stickers. And she said that they were going on a Disney trip soon, and she wanted to give her kids a sticker for every experience they had. So
Aw,
like,
how sweet.
yeah, so she ended up placing a really big order, and it looks like they're staying at the Grand Floridian because they bought our Grand Floridian stickers.
Very cool.
So I guess her idea is that like when they check into the hotel, she'll give the kids each a sticker. She said she wanted them for their water bottles because our stickers are waterproof. And then she bought like the park icons and the monorail, like the big stuff, and the Disney Springs balloon, I guess. So when they go to Disney Springs, it's like, and now we came here, and so the water bottles for the kids, they're going to be like a scrapbook almost of their trip.
Oh,
I thought
good,
that
very
idea
good, Mom.
was so cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had said, like, are you able to ship it in time for our trip? And she told me when she was leaving, and we're going to be there when she's there.
Oh, imagine that.
I'm going to have my eyes peeled for a water bottle with our stickers on it.
Right, and then you can run up to them and scream, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, I'm not going to be a creep about it, but it would be very exciting to to see that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it was I thought that was such a cute idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Dive into our most hated of North American Disney attractions.
So should we do it the same way we did it last time, where in order of the parks
Opening.
as they opened?
Yep.
Okay, you go first.
So we'll be starting with Disneyland proper, 1955, July. July of 55.
Well, I guess California is not as bad as...
No, it was terrible. Remember?
It was hot?
That was like it was like a super hot day. Nothing went right, but Ronald Reagan was there. Okay. My least favorite ride attraction in Disneyland proper goes to Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin.
Yeah. I'm sorry for interrupting you. This is a bummer because I drink every time I say bummer. My God, I keep saying bummer on the show. I remember going on this when I was a little kid with my dad.
Yeah.
And because we went to Disneyland a couple times as I was growing up. Mm-hmm. And I loved this ride. We loved this ride. And going on it as an adult with you, I was like, ugh. Yeah, kids I don't like it.
Well, kids are dumb. So that's probably what happened when you were a child, was that you were dumb. I'm kidding. Yeah, Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin. It's funny because I lay in bed thinking of this last night, that, you know, there are a number of dark rides at Disneyland, and a lot of them are very old. A lot of them are either from like park opening, or I think in shortly the years after. Pinocchio's Daring Journey, there's Snow White's Enchanted Wish, like there's a lot of rides like that. And then there's Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin. And I chose that because Roger Rabbit the movie came out in 89. I don't know when they put that ride in. I think it was like in the aughts, and it almost feels older than like a Pinocchio's Daring Journey. To me it feels like a very forgotten attraction, and the ride vehicles I remembered being super, super cramped, and you know, you expect that from these classic style dark rides, but I thought that vehicle was very cramped. I remember the scenes like being boring. I remember it feels very boring and forgotten to me specifically. Someone else might love it, but you know, in Disneyland proper, that's my selection.
Yeah, that's a good one. You have a good point. The older rides, while they might not be like modern and they might feel like a little, I don't even want to say outdated. They're just like very obviously not a contemporary ride, but they have a ton of charm.
Tons of charm.
And a lot of quality.
Absolutely.
And then Roger Rabbit, it feels like a 90s ride. It feels like a ride geared toward 90s kids. Like it just feels like that zany kind of, but because it doesn't have the charm of the classics and it's outdated, it just feels janky. And
it's kind of like shoved in the back.
The park?
Well, yeah, because it's in Toontown. Toontown is kind of one of the further lands away from the entrance of Disneyland, and it's shoved all the way in the back. And that's juxtaposed to the El Capitan Theater, which is also shoved in the back, but that is adorable. A shining beacon of a ride. Like, you know, you see that theater and you want to go in and go through the queue, and we've talked about the ride.
Especially because there's that faux backdrop.
Oh, yeah.
In Toontown.
But, Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin, like, you know, I even think it feels forgotten geographically.
Yeah.
And, it's just not for me.
Do they have plans to get rid of it?
I hope so.
But you don't know?
I don't. I don't think they do.
No?
I'll do it.
It'd be a fun ride to update if there was any interest in Roger Rabbit, because Roger Rabbit has a lot of but I mean, I don't really think anybody cares about Indiana Jones, and they're like doubling down on that.
That's true.
But Roger Rabbit has a lot to work with.
Yeah.
You know, and it could be really fun. It would take a
lot
complete
of
overhaul.
Vision. Yeah. How about you?
All right, so you and everybody listening, you're all going to be mad at me.
Cool.
My least favorite ride in Disneyland is the Matterhorn.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Remember last time we were there?
I forgot about the Matterhorn.
Remember last time we were there and I was like, I do not want to go on the Matterhorn. Yeah. And you, I mean, you didn't even have to talk me into it. You were like, can we please? And I was like, okay. I didn't want you to go on by yourself.
Yeah.
I don't like that ride.
That's fair.
I don't like...
It's a killer.
I don't know like enough about Disneyland, and I'm not like from California, so I didn't live there and like go there all the time.
Sure.
The ride itself feels out of place to me. Okay. Like the theming and everything feels like out of place in Disneyland. Sure. Like I said, I don't have any idea like why it's there, what the vision was behind it, what the purpose was. To me, it just feels like completely out of place. But I just don't like the ride. It's like really rough. It's so rough. I don't think the ride vehicles, are they like on the small side? They don't feel comfortable. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a good time.
It's like not many degrees away from like a boxcar race.
Yeah. It really jerks you around.
It does.
You know, that's my complaint about Space Mountain, and not that Space Mountain is Space Mountain I think was my favorite ride in the last episode. Yes. But that's like my complaint about Space Mountain in Florida is that it really like, God, it's so jerky, but it's smooth compared to Matterhorn. Sure. Matterhorn it'll ruin your day. Like it's just so rough.
That's a good pick for you because I know over the years that you've said that about the Matterhorn, and if you know, like I really like it. So I can imagine for you standing in line with me waiting to go on it, you're probably just like, oh my God.
I also hate that queue.
It's a boring, like nothing to boring queue.
Yeah. It's hot. You're outside. You're out. Yep. It's not themed. I mean, it's like slightly themed.
Well, that makes my pick. That makes perfect sense. She hates an OG. I don't know if that was opening day. It may have been like 57. It's classic, old though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, now we're gonna leave Disneyland now that we've heard it, and we're going to go to Magic Kingdom, which was the next North American park that opened in 71, October.
Okay.
Yep.
Good year good month to open. We're fans of Disney World in October.
In the fall, absolutely. Yep. So how about for this one, you pick your least favorite first?
Okay. We have another coaster.
All right.
But this one is going to be far less, what's the word I'm looking for? Controversial.
Yes.
The Barnstormer. Hate it. I hate that ride.
Why don't you tell the people why?
I hate that ride. It's the world's shortest ride. It's not even a minute long.
It's like 48 seconds.
Now, I understand that this ride is made for an adult and a kid. Mm-hmm. But sometimes there are two adults. Like you and I sat next to each other. The people in front of us, those are both adults who sat next to each other. The ride is extreme. The seating is super slim, uncomfortable, and it's just like a nothing burger. It's just, there's nothing to it. I can appreciate that a little kid who's never been on a roller coaster before can either like, you know, get their roller coaster training wheels.
Yeah, it's a good onboarding coaster.
Or just have that be the coaster that they ride because it's the only one they can handle. But
or if their parents were cool, they'd be like, no, your first coaster is going to be Big Thunder. Like enough of this. And
so I understand the appeal for kids, but with so many attractions in Disney World that are like also great for just adults. Now, I do not think that everything in Disney World should be great for just adults. Like, but of all the things to choose from that is geared toward kids, but that you can enjoy as an adult. You know, like I enjoy Dumbo more than that ride.
Yeah.
Like it's just, there's nothing to it. It's boring. It's short. It's not fun. I even liked Primeval Whirl better when it was in Dinoland.
You heard you heard it here, folks.
Was that what it was called? Primeval Whirl? It was the coaster over there. And that was like that was a coaster for babies. And like that was fun because it was cute.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. Hate it. Never again. Well, and you know what else burned me on that ride is that when we went on it, it was supposed to be practically a walk-on.
Yeah, and we ended up waiting like 50 minutes.
We got stuck in that line for like an hour.
I know.
Because did it break down or something? Like,
I don't know what happened.
And we were stuck in a weird spot where we couldn't like just get off and that was the whole beginning to end was not enjoyable.
Greatest. No.
Your turn.
It's my turn. Yay. So considering I have not been on the magic carpets of Aladdin, I took that off the list. So I didn't actually, I didn't like let that be eligible.
But on principle, we hate it because of its placement.
Yeah.
Because of its placement in the park.
It's not a great spot.
Yeah.
But my actual selection for my least favorite ride at Magic Kingdom is none other than Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin.
Yeah, even with the fresh coat of paint and everything it got, you hate that ride. You hate this ride.
I don't care. And a lot of it has to deal, you know, I'm a bit biased because a lot of it has to deal with the fact that I don't enjoy rides or theme park attractions that are like quote unquote gamified, where, you know, you have to like accrue a certain amount of points, you have to shoot targets. I am not into that. I want a kickback. I want lighting and projections to take over and to give me the experience that way. I do not want to be an active participant in a ride. And for something like Toy Story Mania over at Hollywood Studios,
my favorite,
they did a really, really good job with that type of gamified attraction, and I love how much you love it.
Yeah,
so,
that is such a fun ride.
Yeah.
They really like put a lot of heart into it.
But as far as Buzz Lightyear and Magic Kingdom goes, I think it is a totally overblown wait. You know, there's so much. There are so many times that we check the app and that ride has like a 50-minute wait, a 60, a 65.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the ride is very slow because it's a gamified ride where you're supposed to be hitting moving targets as you go. And I just don't care for it. It feels cheaper to me than the cheap haunted house ride at Lake Compounds feels.
I was just gonna ask you if when we went to Lake Compounds, if you liked
that ride.
I thought I remembered that you did. And Lake Compounds is cheap.
Well, it's the oldest amusement park in North America.
Yeah,
maybe the world, but not the world. Yeah, because
maybe the universe.
Because that ride goes pretty fast, considering.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it goes at a decent speed, and like. When you shoot stuff, like what happens when you shoot something is like really funny or goofy, like
it's horror themed.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a little bit of like mystery.
But I don't know. Like I said, Space Ranger Spin just feels to me, it pulls me right out of that like Magic Kingdom feel. It makes me feel like I'm at, you know, Joe's theme park land.
Yeah, I don't mind it as much as you do. I don't care. Like, I don't care about it. That when my brother and I went with my parents on our first vacation as adults, when we were like, I was probably in my 20s and he was in his 30s. That's the first ride we went on that trip. And he and I, my brother and I both like video games. And so do you.
Yeah.
But we have a video, or we have a picture, like one of those like on ride pictures.
Yep.
Of us very seriously focusing on like shooting on that ride. And I always remember that it was our very first day of vacation because my hair is straight. And I don't bother straightening my hair after day one. It's like I got off the plane, it was straight, and we went to the park because otherwise all the humidity.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. You know, I don't like that like neon paint, like Dayglow paint. I never like that.
And with gamify attractions, I also feel like I'm not allowed to kick back. Even if I, you know, I paid the money, I can be there. I literally could sit back and do nothing.
Yeah, you are allowed to. Yeah.
But it feels like I gotta save the universe or whatever.
I have got to get those aliens.
So that's my pick.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're gonna go to Epcot.
Yeah.
1982.
You take the first one.
Methinks. All right. So I'm gonna get some hate, I think, for this one.
Okay.
So
I forget what yours is.
Yeah, my pick is the little rat. It's Remy's.
Oh yeah, I'm very surprised at this.
Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So I wanted to save an attraction for you to pick if you wanted to pick it, which I think you did. Mm-hmm. So when I was thinking of like, okay, so like what else could I pick? I lay in bed and I did a side-by-side comparison mentally of Frozen Ever After and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and I feel what ultimately did it for me to like favor Frozen, which is I think I just got sick saying that. They're audio animatronics, and they're really good. They're really good audio animatronics.
On Frozen,
Frozen
especially
Ever
that
After.
Olaf one.
Well, and they also just went through and redid the faces, so they're not rear projected faces anymore. And there are some true show-stopping scenes when Elsa does the magic cast and all of the walls and like the room that you're in like become icified, like. And
the queue is great.
The queue's really, really good. So, unfortunately, with Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, I hate the queue.
You hate that queue.
I think that's one of the worst queues that Disney has done in a long time. It's like a maze that has a built-in fire hazard.
I know. I always think, like, what would happen if there was an emergency?
Yep. There is, and like, the central area where you can, like, see Gusteau's before you, I think that's, like, right before load-in. That felt very similar to what it's like right before load-in on Frozen Ever After, and I just preferred the Frozen Ever After experience overall. And with Remy, the other thing that did it, because I kept thinking of like, oh, but there's that room where you're in the cold storage and there's the fish hanging, and like that's awesome, like that's really, really cool. But other than that, the ride is you go from one little chamber to another, you look at a big screen, maybe there's a 4D effect with some heat or a little blast of air, and then you go to the next screen, and then the next screen, and then the ride ends with a screen, and then it's over.
Yeah, I'm not on board. I really like that ride. I hate the queue, but I do like that you are progressively getting smaller. You're going down to mouse size.
Sure. He's a rat.
I know.
Stinking rat.
Sometimes when people say like it's all screens, but it's like in Disney, they're really good screens. They're like
still screens,
incredible projections and technology and art, and I think they're great. I love that ride. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's cute and creative. I'm interested to see if we're able to get on it this time when we go, because we never go on that ride if there's a long line.
Right.
So if we're able to get a lightning lane or just get lucky, which there's always lines, so I don't think we're just going to get lucky that it's going to all of a sudden be short. But I'm interested to see what it's like now that they took the 3D effects out.
Yeah, me too.
Because a lot of the immersion of that ride was that it was 3D. I can't say whether or not you needed it because I haven't seen it without it.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's cute.
So, I had to think long and hard about that because objectively there is a, not great ride that you're going to talk about at Epcot, but I wanted you to just be able to talk about that. But yeah, it was interesting to think like, man, and a toss up between Frozen and Remy, because I also thought Grand Fiesta as it being part of the World Showcase, with those other two rides. Mm-hmm. But Grand Fiesta is so cute, and it makes me think of It's a Small World.
Yeah.
So like,
it's got a lot of charm in that ride.
Yeah. But all right. Hit 'em, kid. What is it?
Finding Nemo and whatever that's called. So I always forget. Very good.
Thank you.
It's like you were the person who sang the song for the ride. The name of the ride is the name of the building, and the name of the ride
no work.
The name of the ride in the building is like The Seas with Nemo and Friends. That's the name of the building and the name of the ride.
Yeah. They should just rename the coral reef Living Seas Eating Nemo and Friends.
I just like that ride so much I don't even want to talk about it. Okay. I love Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is one of my absolute favorite Disney and Pixar films. I have watched it a million times. I've put it on as like background movie because it's just so pretty, a lot of it. I love it. The ride is terrible. The queues, we've talked about this before in the podcast. The queue is so long. I don't know what vision
I don't know what they were thinking.
They had for that ride, that they thought they were ever going to fill that queue up.
I know.
But it's a slog to walk through because it's so long. And it's designed to look like you're underwater. Like there's watery patterns on the floor. That is the darkest queue.
It's very dark.
It's disorientingly dark. The ride is nothing. It's a few animatronics that are either terrible always broken. Half the time you can like see the netting that's separating the show pieces from you. So it completely takes you out of any immersion you had. You can like see, I don't know why that is that you can see that. It's one of those, like the Disney dark rides that are based on the movies. I wish that they found another way other than just like speeding up the story. I wish they just found another way to put you in the world rather than being like, we have to cram a 90-minute movie into a 3-minute ride. Because they like zip through that story so fast. It's just like dumb. Like, just put me in the world of Finding Nemo. You know, like I don't need you to retell me the movie story. Then there's that part that always makes me dizzy with the crush, like
like
wave
the screen
thing that's around you.
Tunnel.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's a total waste. A lot of the times rides that are like walk-ons like that, you know, like Imagination is usually a walk-on. That's not the greatest ride. They were very disappointing when they did the re-skins of that ride. They've never gotten it right since the original. But you walk into that building and you sit on that ride. And it's like, if you're hot and you need to get out of the heat at Epcot, it's a great ride to jump on.
Yeah.
It's not like that with Finding Nemo because it takes you so long to walk onto the ride that it doesn't feel like relieving at all. The one and only thing I like about it is that it spits you out in the aquarium, which you can walk into anyway.
Right.
Yeah. It's what a fail with that ride. I don't know how it's lasted this long.
Well, an example of an attraction that whips through the narrative of a movie and like does it pretty in like a pretty satisfying way, I think, is Under the Sea.
I know. Yeah, it's better.
Right.
But even when I'm on that ride, I think like, oh, this is so so cheap. The way, especially at the end when like she gets her legs and that like it just. And
she
I
looks
just
so
wish they didn't
happy,
have to do it.
Wed to Prince Eric.
Yeah, the face design.
Standing on that vestibule with those drugged out eyes.
I don't know why they can't get Ariel right. The face design on her, on those animatronics, and also in the parts where it's a screen, are so odd.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't nail it. Like,
yeah. Well, it's hard to track a mermaid.
Can't get her to stand still for them to cast the face. Yeah, Finding Nemo. Come on, guys. Nemo deserves so much better.
Get with it.
And what a great opportunity. Like you have, you know, that like the Seas building has been there for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
Far long.
I think it's open. I think it was
long before Nemo.
I think that was an opening day building.
And you have an excellent ocean movie. Like make it better.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Come on, guys. Come on, Josh tomorrow. After you finish laying off those 1,000 people,
he's not that.
It's time
he's
to
not
work
parks
on Nemo
anymore.
That's right.
Why don't you clean the
do some cleaning?
Small
Why don't you get a broom,
boats?
Mr. Tomorrow? Okay, let's move on to our next Disney park in
Hollywood
North
Studios.
America, which is Hollywood Studios.
Okay. Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So this isn't like a ride, but we're doing like attractions slash rides.
It's
and
pretty close.
Sometimes I like to separate in my head like the shows feel like the shows on a stage where you're sitting in like a theater seating, you know.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
This is a little bit, this feels more to me like I would lump it in with the rides. But if you don't agree, it just doesn't matter because this is my pick.
That's right.
This is our podcast and this is my pick.
And really quick too, for the listeners that hear like that low drone sound this entire episode, our air conditioner is on because we're having a freakishly warm set of days in New York. So to not suffocate, we need air conditioning.
I wonder if they can even hear it. Half the time when we think they can hear what we hear, I don't hear it when I listen to our episodes.
All right. So
okay.
What do you got?
It's the Indiana Jones epic stunt spectacular! Exclamation point. You know, they put a lot of work into this show.
Sure.
It's a big production. I went to it many, many times when I was little. Of course, it was always fun. But we went, like, the last time I went in my adulthood was with you, maybe a couple of years ago, I guess. Yeah. And it's just like that shtick of we're like really on a movie set. Yeah, like we're behind the scene. Like you're really part of this. Like that was so much fun. I don't know if it was fun when I was a kid because I was a kid, or I don't know if it was fun in the 80s and 90s because that was fun for everybody because that was new and exciting. And like there was, of course, there is so much behind the veil now with everything. I know. Because everybody is a content creator of some kind.
Yeah, at the time, that was probably more of a novel idea.
Yeah, like it was, when could you see the making of a movie? If there was a documentary about it, if like you couldn't just go onto YouTube or like Instagram or something or TikTok and like see behind the scenes stuff.
Right. You had to like know somebody or you had to have a job working on movies.
Yeah. Like, or be part of some kind of a created experience. Like, so that was a lot of fun to see. And I've always really liked stunt shows. That was a lot of fun when I was a kid. And then when we went a few years ago, it was just like, it's really long.
Yeah.
I mean, is it 9 hours long? Like, how long is it?
I think it's like 20 minutes.
Too long. It feels even longer than 20 minutes. But, and it's hot. You're in an open air theater. There's like cover above you, but it's hot. And there's fire in the show. So it makes it hotter. Yeah. But just the like, I don't take away from the stuntmen and women what they do. I don't take away from the fact that theater I think is busy. Like it's packed. People like it.
Yep.
But it's just not for me. Like I can't get on board. I can't get up the faux excitement for like you're not fooling me with the like this is really going wrong. Like this is
Yeah.
I'm just past it.
So even if they swapped out the IP, because for you the IP is not the issue, it wouldn't make much of a difference.
I love Indiana Jones. I think the IP is fun. I think like the set and the boulder and the costumes, like that is probably the only thing I like about it because I am like a lifelong Indiana Jones fan.
Right.
It's just the overly put on. They need to update the script of like the person I'm going to call him like the MC who comes out and he's in charge of. They like need to like update that.
Right.
Because it's outdated.
Now it's not like fantastical anymore that you're having this experience because you could literally have it sitting there on YouTube.
Yeah. It feels very inauthentic.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. I liked it. I have another Gamify attraction to share my disdain for, which is so my least favorite ride at Hollywood Studios, more hate coming to me, is Star Wars Smuggler's Run.
Yeah, you're not a big fan.
No, so we thought we heard a scary sound, but it wasn't. It wasn't a little
motorbike out there zipping around.
Yeah, Star Wars, I think it's just called Smuggler's Run. I do not, like you were saying a moment ago, I do not take away from the amazing set design. That is the attraction that has the Millennium Falcon sitting right out front of it, and gosh darn, that ship looks good. They did a fantastic job recreating the Millennium Falcon.
Except every time we're there, I go, what is that?
That's okay.
What's that called?
That's okay.
Is that
you thought the stormtroopers were good? So
yeah.
They're wearing white. I don't blame you. Anyway,
again, that sounds terrible when you say it like that. The reason I thought they were good because they were wearing white suits is because my brother always would tell me, because he's a Star Wars fan, like the whole thing with Star Wars is the light and the dark, the like light and the dark, the light and the dark in terms of like, soul, like if you're for good or you're for bad. And so I thought that the light colored were the good guys and that the dark colored were the bad guys because of the like.
This won't hold up in Star Wars court. I'm sorry.
I don't want people to think I'm saying something I'm not saying.
Yeah, so my beef with Smuggler's Run again is I'm not a fan of gamified rides, and as far as gamification goes, this is probably the best version of that you're going to get at, any theme park, really. I don't even really know the positions. It's like pilot, gunner, blah, 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 but it's for people to a game pod, basically, where they load you into a cockpit and 2 people take the front of the vehicle and 2 people take up the back, and you go through some 5-7 minute shoot 'em up experience. And like, yeah, anytime before you, whatever you're about to say, like anytime that I think to myself, can I just like play this on PlayStation? Like,
you probably can.
Yeah, like that makes, and you know, like getting into that ride, the queue like really loses gusto like once you get into the building. So when you go up the catwalk behind the Millennium Falcon and you go into the actual show building or whatever, it's just like hallways with pipes. And it doesn't feel, there's like not a big sense of direction. The cast member has to get very involved and start talking to you about who's going to do what, and I'm not into it.
Did you say 2 and 2? I think there's 8 people in a pod.
4.
There's 4 people in a pod?
Yes.
So it's only pilots and gunners?
Well, it's like a pilot and then like whatever the other position is that's like adjacent to that, and then it's like blah blah and a gunner. Yeah.
I thought it was.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty
8.
sure that it's 4. No.
I thought there were 4 positions, and then you're.
Imagine
2,
how
2,
chaotic
2,
it would be if it was 8 people per pod.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna look it up.
Go with me.
And next week we're gonna see who was wrong.
Yes.
Well, we were pilots both times.
Yep.
Yeah. And both times we tried to give up our spot. And the first time we went on that ride, the little kid behind us was very upset, and the cast member was like, I can put you as like in the pilot seat. And he didn't want any part of that ride at all. They left.
Yeah.
And we ended up staying in the front position, which was the pilot seat. And then last time they put us there, and we asked the people behind us if they wanted to switch. And we were like, we've done this already. Do you want to be the pilot? And they were like, they like couldn't take the pressure. They were like, no, like we don't want to have to be in charge.
Just too much.
We were like, it's fake. You know, you can crash it. We'll be fine. But we had more fun on that the last time than the first time.
Sure.
But if that wasn't a walk-on and we weren't in Galaxy's Edge, or if there was anything else to do in Galaxy's Edge, because there's 2 rides there. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a reasonably big part of the park with not that much to keep you busy. So I think we were just like there, and we were like, it's like, let's just go on it. There's no line.
Yeah.
I would like never.
God, no.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep. So that's my pick.
Okay.
And now
last but not least.
Now we're leaving. Nope, we got one more.
Animal Kingdom.
After
of
AK.
Course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have it together.
Hold on a second. I gotta get in the car. And now we're at Animal Kingdom.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
everybody.
I have to say, side note.
Uh-huh.
Animal Kingdom I think has maybe my favorite parking lot at Disney.
It's really good.
It's small.
It's easy to like remember where you parked based on like the animal. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of the AK parking lot.
And Animal Kingdom like looks really nice when you're walking up to it because it's so green. Like there's, I always have to remind myself like they did this. This isn't natural. Like they put the landscaping here everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, I really like the Hollywood Studios parking lot because that is also small, and you really can like see where you're going. So it's like you're like going right there, Yeah. But Animal Kingdom, I think I like even more.
I do too.
It's like not I don't feel like stressed at having to park. Like we're not going to Disney for at least a week, and I'm already stressed about parking at Epcot.
Yeah.
Like I can just
Magic
keep
Kingdom.
picturing it. Like yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's an even better, not an example, but like at Hollywood Studios, I think we've gotten lost in that parking lot 3 or 4 times.
Hollywood Studios?
Yep.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, there have definitely been at least 2 or 3 times where we do not like we just like don't know remember where we parked, and it's been kind of hard to find the car. Where that just really couldn't happen at Animal Kingdom. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for this one, we're actually gonna share some combined hatred for the attraction that we're both going to select because we truly believe it's one of the worst, laziest things that the Disney company has ever done.
Plus, there's not that much to pick from at Animal
There
Kingdom,
really
and what there is to pick from is pretty great.
Would you like to do the honors?
It's better.
Do you even know what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the
Better
Zootopia
Zoogether.
Better Zoogether show.
Zootopia 2 show, Better Zoogether.
At the Tree of Life at Animal Kingdom. Shame on you.
This was such a disappointment.
Disney.
Such a disappointment. We went. We just went on it. I mean, it hasn't been open for very long. We did it in December.
Yep.
Yeah, and we are Zootopia fans.
Yep.
So it wasn't like we're just not into the whole thing. I really like A Bug's Life. I saw A Bug's Life like just a couple years ago for the first time, and it's so cute. And even before I saw it, I really loved that the A Bug's Life show was in the tree. It just felt like it made sense to
Absolutely.
me. Like there's bugs under the tree.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thrilled with them like getting rid of that anyway. I wish they could have just kept it, you know? Like I think they need to sell Zootopia stuff. So I think that's like the whole thing.
I have a lot to say about that. Yeah.
But when we went, I was like open to it being great because I think Animal Kingdom is such a high quality park and I love Zootopia. And I could not believe how disappointing and boring and not creative the new show is. It is, for a movie that is so creative and clever about like animal world and the different animals and how they all interact with each other, to have such an uninspired film.
Completely uninspired.
What a flop.
Yep. Yeah, completely uninspired. I think it's an original story, but it kind of like borrows a lot from like the reveal of the first Zootopia, and it's like a stone's throw away from being a farting and burping Minions ride at Universal. Like it really, like when they have the scene with the walrus and he's like shooting out his like walrus spit, and you know everyone like it's so funny.
I don't even remember that.
Look at the walrus.
I hate stuff like that. That's beneath Disney.
It
is. You know that. You're exactly right. That's Universal does that.
And I would argue that they did do that on It's Tough to Be a Bug, but it landed. Like they were able to get it to land, and they did the fun, like, oh, the bugs are leaving the theater, and they crawl under your butt. Like that like they did 4D in a good way with that ride, but not with Better Zoogether. And like they like rewrote. I hate that they integrated the animals into the like backstory of the tree now. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, because before it was just
I think I blocked it all.
Well, you should continue blocking it, but before it was like just this beautiful artistic display of the greatest carving you've ever seen. And now as you walk through the queue to the show, it's like the animals did it. Yay.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, you know, it was so boring. Because the thing is like you're at like a presentation. Almost like you're at a work presentation.
Yeah.
Kind of, which is not.
They love that.
Which is not fun.
Nope.
And when it was over, I remember saying to you like, "Oh, I thought like maybe it hadn't started yet." Like I thought that like that was just
that's the ultimate compliment.
Not that I wanted to sit in there for longer, but like I just thought the fun hasn't begun yet. This was just the intro because I couldn't imagine that was it. It's like there's nothing to it.
So what I think, you know, is that right around the time that ride opened, I think it was for Zootopia 2. It was like after to Zootopia, go with it. I think it opened after Zootopia 2. I think that Better Zoogether opened in March and Zootopia 2 came out in like November. But I think it's all just to sell Zootopia stuff. I think that there's going to be like another 2 or 3 Zootopia movies in the next 15 years. And I think Disney is going to be able to continue leaning on that that attraction to sell stuff, and like good for them. They're always smart about that. But yeah, just it is not. It's not as good as what used to be there, and like what used to be there wasn't much more than what Better Together is. It had, I think, a couple of more animatronics, and it leaned on screens too. It's tough to be a bug leaned on screens,
show, right?
But it just like felt more together.
It was more fun.
Yeah,
it was more fun. It was cuter. It had more stakes. Like I just don't even.
Yes.
I just don't know what they did. It's like they threw it together.
Yeah, that's kind of
no
a little.
Pun intended.
It's a bit of a motif that we're seeing, like when they did Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and now they did it with Better Together. Like they removed the conflict from the attraction.
Yeah. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is a much higher quality ride. I mean, the scenes and the world building and everything is excellent on that ride.
But you're not in trouble.
Yeah, they took the stakes out. Right. What was partly fun about Splash Mountain was that you were scared. It was like there were
You're gonna die.
Yeah, right. It was like you like built up the anticipation.
Right.
And they took that out. I wish they had kept it in Tiana because that has like one of the best villains of any Disney movie. But yeah, same thing with Better Together. There's nothing that feels heightened.
No,
there's no like heightening of like your heart's not beating fast, and it's boring.
And then you find out at the end, spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't seen Zootopia yet, but you find out at the end that it's the villain from the first Zootopia.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Just doing more villain stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, the sheep lady.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get in the car. We're done here.
We're driving to California.
We're going to California, and we're going to DCA. Damn it!
Get in the car. We'll just hop over to California.
All right. Do you want me to go first for DCA, or would you like to?
Go.
All right.
You go.
I go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what you had.
I don't either.
Oh.
I have to turn around and look at my rating. Hold on. Oh, it's a good one. Okay.
Oh, yes. I remember.
All right. I'm ready for the Marvel fans to rip my eyeballs out. And my selection is...
That'd be a very extreme reaction.
It would be. I don't know the actual full name of the attraction, but it's the Spider-Man ride. Web slinging Saturday Sammy, or whatever.
I don't think that's the name, but I don't know.
And again...
Okay, so true question before you get into it.
Yes.
Do we go on this?
Yes.
Together?
Yep.
Because I remember, like, the only Spider-Man ride I remember is the one in Universal that I went on with my family when I was in my 20s, and I really liked that ride.
Yeah.
So that's not this.
No.
This isn't Universal.
This isn't, for me, again, it's kind of basic for, what I've been picking, but it's another example of a gamified attraction that I don't feel like participating in. Is
it really? I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, that's the one where you have to, like, put your hands out and you have to do a certain, like, motion with your hands to do the web sling action.
Mm-hmm. Are you holding something?
Nope. You're just, like, doing the thing with your hands.
Cool.
And I don't know, it's just one of those rides that felt kind of like a nothing burger to me personally. And then the other thing that I felt like kind of thrown by was, I bet Disney thinks that the gift shop for web slingers is really good, but I don't. I bet they think it's very clever, but it's like, I remember walking around it and like the whiteboard, there's like whiteboards because it's a lab or like some place where they like build the spider stuff, and they have like the pictures of the mechanism that you're supposed to be using on the ride, and it's like got like scribbled notes like, how do we make this better, like that. It's supposed to be like, the tech layer, but it just didn't. It doesn't land for me. I felt like, okay, like you're forcing me into the story of Peter Parker developing this tech that I already kind of don't care about. I don't want to be at Marvel campus. I don't want to be at DCA anymore. I want to go back to the room.
Calm down. Can I tell you everything I hate about Marvel campus?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not super Marvel fans, but we're also not like crazy Marvel haters. I've always liked comic book movies. I really got turned off when they started coming out every 3 minutes. Like they're just, every time you turn around, there's another Marvel movie. You can't catch up. Like if you fall behind on watching them, you just feel like you can't catch up. And now I'm 300 movies behind now. Like I'm never gonna catch up to it.
You may as well start working on Avatar.
Yeah, so that said, like we are not the biggest fans. So we're not who this land is made for. Even on the cruise, the Marvel restaurant is the restaurant we didn't go to each time we could. And the restaurant we had to go to the most too, because it was like our breakfast restaurant and everything.
Yeah.
We skipped our night there. And our last dinner with everybody else was they were all Marvel fans.
So they were all playing that game.
They were playing that game. And I'm just like I was just leaning over. I kept trying to kind of talk to people.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, this is it. Like we're, aside from a quick breakfast tomorrow, like, you dine with the same people every night. We were on the ship for a week. These are like your people.
Right.
And I think Caitlin was the only one like talking to me because everybody else was playing the trivia the whole time. And I'm like leaning over like, so what, like trying to make conversation. Yeah. So that's it. Like this isn't for us. But I'm going to tell you everything I hate about Marvel Campus. The list is short. I hate the name. It's not fun. Like, I don't know if that's a name from something else or whatever. I just don't find it like fun. I don't like how it looks. It's so stark.
It is.
And like industrial. It's like I can't see it. Like there's nothing to see. It's like it all like blends in with everything.
It also connects oddly to Cars Land, I think.
Okay, yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I care about the rides, of course, with the exception of the Guardians of the Galaxy
tons of fun
Tower
Mission
of Terror
Breakout
thing. Yeah.
Yep.
And the drink that we had at that Pim's whatever, that cocktail was possibly the worst thing I've ever drank.
Yep.
It was
$20
disgusting.
Juice.
That was the worst. It's like I think they forgot something. Because we were talking to those guys and they were saying like, what did you try? And I said, what did you try? And they loved their drink. And I was like, do not drink this drink.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. My turn.
And your turn.
To wrap up.
Yeah.
All right. In California Adventure, my least favorite ride is Grizzly River Run.
Oh, no.
Now
not Grizzly River Run.
Here's why. It's not that it's a terrible ride or anything like that. Part of it is the experience that we had on it. Part of it is that I do not like a ride at a non-water park that leaves you completely soaked.
Drenched.
Like it's not fun. But when we went on it, we'd never been on it before. I don't know why we went on it. I don't remember. Maybe we had a pass.
That sounds like something dumb I would do. Like,
oh yeah.
Come on, babe.
The people that we were on it with were very nice. They smelled very bad. I mean, it happens. You're in an amusement park all day, but it was like very noticeably,
we're a different level
and you're like
smell bad.
You're like right next to them. You know, I don't love a ride where I like have to be like, I don't like that about Soarin' either. I don't like being elbow to elbow with people I don't know
about Soarin'.
Yeah. So there was that.
Yep. And then you add moisture to smell.
And it was hot. That day was so we went to California. We went to Disneyland on like they had it was like a heat spell.
It was their heat wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing that really annoyed me about that ride was that I didn't think it was obvious that there were like cubbies for your stuff or lockers or something.
Oh, yeah.
We brought all of our stuff and it got soaked.
That's right.
And like the cast member saw me getting on with like a big backpack and didn't say, you can put your stuff right there. It's
because it was a Disneyland
and
cast
our
member.
Stuff got, Disneyland cast members we've noticed were like very crabby.
Everybody was upset that week.
So like, it just wasn't fun. Like that's not my kind of ride. It was intense. Like if you want an intense ride like that, it delivers.
Yeah.
I like that section. That's like the California looking section. But yeah, I never again.
No.
That was it.
No.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
This was fun.
Yeah, this was good. Check out DisneyForCouples.com. We have like articles about all the kind of stuff we talk about here. Check out Magical Sticker Store and Etsy to go shopping. And remember to stay young at heart like Walt would want.
Bye, guys.
Bye.